Hey guys, how are you? And welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be having a look at this Guanqin watch bought from Aliexpress for around $60 or around 55 euros. Like I said, depending on whatever part of the world you're coming from. And you can actually, this actually varies between 55 and 60 euros. Again, also depending where you buy it from on Aliexpress. Now, I have to admit, I'm a little late at reviewing this watch. Some people have reviewed this watch online a few months ago, but I always say better late than never. I actually wanted to get my hands on this watch for quite some time now. I just didn't get around to do it. Now, as usual, we're going to be having a look at the watch, specs, dimensions, and everything. I'll let you guys know at the end, pros and cons, pop it on the wrist to show you guys how it looks like, and I'll in the end, I'll let you guys know whether you should buy it or not. Now, I got this watch in the mail yesterday, so I didn't get around to wear it that much, but still, I think it's actually a really decent watch. Now, before getting into it, I'm going to do a wrist check. So today I'm wearing my Seiko 5, reference number SNKK81K. I'll pop a link into the description box below of both of these watches where you can actually get them. So let's get in the box and see what we get. So it's your typical Guanqin box that you normally get from AliExpress or again GearBest. Actually, I have to mention you can buy this watch from both websites. Cardboard box, little nice sliding cover there. Cardboard, like I said, with this kind of crocodile pattern to it, and not very deep pattern, and not very solid. Now, take the cover off. You will probably guess what this watch actually is, because it pays homage to an amazing watch. It costs a lot more than this one does. So you have your lovely microfiber polishing cloth. You have your international warranty, which doesn't say anything on, as usual, as you would encounter with all these Chinese brands. You have your instruction manual, which I'm not going to look at, because again, why would we? And you have the watch. Now, normally this watch comes on a mesh strap as well. So in the box here, you would have a tool which allows you to adjust the strap to your for your wrist. And I have to say that you can find this watch on a multitude of colors and dial combinations and case color. Well, cases only come I think in silver and black as well. Now, putting that aside, and let's have a closer look at the watch. Like I said, this pays an homage to a Nomos Lambda, and that one is, well, it's an homage watch. Some people say that it's a copy, but I don't like to say that, because at the end of the day, I think a watch is what you make it. It doesn't matter if it's copying or not copying something. But again, sorry, in the camera there. But then again, I think a lot of people contradict me, but it's okay. You know, a watch is a watch, so we're not here to do that. Now, taking a closer look at it, so you have a 42 millimeters in diameter. You have a 49 millimeter from lug to lug. You have a 20 millimeters lug width. You have a case thickness of around 12.05, I think, millimeters, measuring it, and it actually it's kind of thick. It looks kind of chunky, to be honest, but still. You have stainless steel case, stainless steel crown. You have a slightly domed sapphire crystal. Actually, I have to give it a bit of a polish. You have a glass back, so sapphire on the front and glass on the back. You have a stainless steel back as well, actually, but with a see-through glass, like I said earlier on, and you can see the movement gently, turning around in there. And you have a little bit of writing on the sides of the case, but all stainless steel, 5 atmosphere, Guanqin Terpru, which I don't know what it is, a realistant. And the reference number is GJ16106. We're just going to call it the Nomos Lambda. There, just much better. So, having a look at the bracelet as well. Sorry, the strap, genuine leather strap with quick release, which I think is it's a nice touch for a watch at this price point. And I have to say, I wore it yesterday, and it actually felt really comfortable. Now, having a closer look at the dial, You have your power reserve here, which I'm going to show you that, demonstrate that it actually works. So when you turn it, you can actually see the power reserve indicator going up. You have your sub dial there, your second sub dial there, and on the bottom there at the 6 o'clock position, and underneath that, also at the 6 o'clock position, you have your date function. So Guanqin since 1989 on the dial, Energie Reserve 35 Stunden, which I think it means 35 hours. So I didn't actually test the power reserve because I just got the watch, like I said, yesterday. But let me just get the polishing cloth there to give it in, because there's a fingerprint magnet, and it's actually pretty nice. And I didn't get a chance to test the power reserve because I just got the watch yesterday. But most of the people that actually have reviewed this watch have been saying that it's been going, it actually does go for around, it has a power reserve for around 35 to 40 hours, which is actually not bad. So you have the lovely thin hour and minute hand silver ones, silver in color. They're not painted, that's the actual color of them. So taking a closer look at the case, as I was saying to you earlier on, it's a all stainless steel case. Nice finish on it, lovely polish. And the watch actually has a solid feel in the hand, which I quite like. The crown has the G there from Guanqin. There you go, so you can have a better look at it. And the sapphire crystal, which is nice and domed. And in the back of the watch have the display case back, which you can see the movement in there gently. So the rotor, there you go. A lovely turning in there. So the movement, I think it's a seagull movement. You can't actually find the reference number for the movement, so I'm not 100% sure. This is from doing a bit of research online. It's a modified seagull movement with a bit of engraving on the and decoration on the rotor there, which makes it kind of nice. So it's a nice touch to it. Have your blue screws there, which I think are actually painted blue. They're not heated blue, so that's okay. Taking a closer look at the watch. Now, you have in your first function, as usual, you have in your first function, you have your date, which is okay there. You see, that works actually pretty nice and smooth, and it feels pretty good. And on your second position, you have the adjusting the time. And the actual movement is actually hackable and hand winding, because as soon as I turn it out, pull the crown out, the second there, as you can see, stops, which is actually really nice. Now, like I said, I got this watch yesterday, and I have to say that I was pretty impressed when I put it on. I didn't actually have a lot of expectation, you know, being a paying an homage to a very, very expensive watch. But still, this is a watch that will stay in my collection. And I have to say, some people might not agree with me, but the fact that you get a quick release straps here for a watch that costs 55 euros is a nice touch. Now, I'm going to pop it on the wrist to show you guys how it looks like. I don't have a very big wrist. I have a 6.3 inch wrist, but this, when you first take the watch out of the box, it looks kind of big and chunky, but I think it wears pretty well, especially on my wrist, which is not a very big wrist, 6.3 inches. So some people, again, like I said earlier on, might agree or may disagree with me on the fact that, you know, you wouldn't want to have a copy or a homage watch to a very expensive German watch, but still, it's okay. Depends whichever way you look at it. Like I said earlier on, a watch is what you make it, and you shouldn't care about what anybody else thinks of it. Sorry, I'm hitting the camera there again. I'm going to pop it on the wrist and show you guys how it looks like really quick there. There you go. It's a bit of a second there. So, as you can see, it looks kind of chunky when you look at it from this angle, but it actually feels really good on the wrist, and it looks big, but I don't think when you place it like that, and it feels very, very comfortable. So it actually does have a lovely finish to it, like I said earlier on. and it does actually feel really, really nice on the wrist, and it wears pretty well. It wears pretty well. Now, guys, this was my review of the watch. To be completely honest, I would definitely recommend buying the watch. My only complaint about it would be that it's a bit chunky when you look at it, but it wears pretty well. So that would be the only thing that I would complain about. And the second thing would be that if you don't mind having a watch, an issue that I raised in the video, having a watch that you know, copies a very, very expensive timepiece, that is absolutely fine. I don't mind it, and again, I hope you don't either, but I'm not going to influence your judgment. So I think it's actually really good value for money, and this is a watch that will actually stay in my collection, so I won't flip it. I won't actually sell it to get another one. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, please click a like, share, and please subscribe. So if you want to see more videos of this kind. Thank you very, very much for watching until the end. I'll see you guys in the next one.